Hi there, welcome to this tutorial in which I'm gonna show you how you can create your very own generator using Visual Studio and TIA Openness API. And with this generator, we're gonna generate the hardware configuration for a TIA project. So let's get started and create a new project, and I would like to create the WPF application, and let's go and save this into our C# folder, and let's name this WPF let's say generate hardware. So let's go and let's put our framework to 4.8 and let's go and create our project. So in the project, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna have two files, and the first one is gonna be the objects, which I'm gonna have two columns. So the first column is gonna be the identifier that we are gonna use, and then the second column is actually gonna be the article number and the firmware version. And using this list, we're gonna import a second list, which is gonna be the list that is gonna contain the names and the identifiers that we're gonna use to generate the elements that we have in the hardware configuration. Okay, so let's just go to the Visual Studio and let's go and create our first, well, let's create our user interface. So let's go here and say we would want to have TIA generate hardware, and then let's modify the window. So I'm just gonna go and I'm gonna say it's 400 by 500, and let's go and say on the resize here we can have multiple options. I'm just gonna go and say we can minimize. And what I would actually want to do here is go and say the Windows startup location should be the center screen. Okay, and here I would like to optimize a little bit our view by going and saying window and background. And here we're just gonna go and change the background of our Windows form. Okay, so let's go and say we would like a linear green gradient brush, and let's put an endpoint of 0.5.1, and let's go and say the start point should be 0.5.0. Okay, and let's go and put some gradient stop. So the first color that I would like to use is just going to be black, and I would like to use an offset of 0. Then let's go and just just copy the gradient stop a few times. And let's go on the second one. The second one I would like to have it white. And our offset should be 1. Then our fur color, I'm just gonna go and say it's just gonna be an FFCF CF, and then and actually we kind of need to put the CF as well. So, and our offset should be 0. Okay, and let's go for our last color and put the E6, E0, E0, E0. And our offset should just be 0.5. Okay, right now we managed to put a gradient on our window. Let's go and create our grid. So the first one is gonna be the column definitions. And here I would like to create, let's say like 6 of them. So let's go and put the width. And the first one I would like to have it 5 because I would like to keep a little bit the edges free. And let's go and copy this and then modify it for our needs. So I will say I want it to be automatic. Okay, and let's go and create our row definition as well. So we're gonna create our row definition here, and it's gonna be the height, and the first one is gonna be 5 because we want to keep our edges nice and tight. So let's go and put a few of them here as well. So I think this should be enough. Okay, let's go and say here I would like the row to be 30 because here we're gonna populate with buttons and text boxes. So if we're gonna make it 30, this should keep a nice aspect. So let's go and say here I would like to be automatic. Perfect. Okay, so we finished with setting our grid. Let's go and create some buttons. So my first button is gonna be the generate button, of course. So let's say btn generate hardware, and then I will have to input the content. So generate the hardware. So the content is actually the area, the text that we're gonna see on the button. So let's go and say position the button. Let's say it's gonna be on row 1, and our column should be column 4. Let's put a margin as well. And I would like to have it 2. And then let's create an event. And this is going to be a new event. And if we're gonna close it, you can see the button. And the event, you can see it actually here. This is actually the event for that button. So right now, let's go and create a second button. Actually, I would like to create two more. So first, the second, and the first one is I'm gonna say reload CSV. If you remember at the beginning, I mentioned about our CSV files, and I would like to have the option of reloading them if we're gonna modify them when the installation is running. Reloading CSV file. And I would like to say that here I'm gonna have row 2 and column 4. The only thing that I would like to change here, let's do it a little bit like this. Let's just delete our event and let's create a new event here. And on the last one, I will actually right now I'm not gonna create nothing, maybe later on I'm gonna go and do something there. So right now we have two buttons. Let's go and create our labels, and the first one is gonna be on row 1 and on column 1. And let's go and say the content is going to be name. Okay, so what we're going to have here, we're going to have the name. I'm going to put the IP list, the author, the identifier, and then a comment. And on this column, I'm gonna put the name, the information of the PLC on, and on this one I'm gonna put the information of the HMI. Like that, we're gonna use this information to generate everything. So let's go and create the labels, and then let's go and create the text as well. So I'm gonna just put a few labels here, and then I'm just gonna go and say 2, 3, 4, 5, and it's gonna be 6. And here I'm gonna have IP address, and then I'm gonna have the author, the identifier, and the comment. And on the last, actually on the last row, I'm gonna have save project path. So with this, we're gonna put a text box in which we're gonna say where we're gonna save the project. So let's go and say grid column span, which is gonna be 2, and like that our text is gonna be on 2 columns. So let's go and create our text box. So it's going to be a text box, like that, and the name is going to be text box PLC name is going to be the first one. So let's go and say grid row 1, and then grid column is gonna be 2. And what I would like to put here as well is gonna be the margin, and actually this is our text box. Let's go and copy a few of them, and then we should modify it according to our needs. So we're gonna have here is gonna be the PLC, let's do it like this, PLC IP address, and this is gonna be on row 2. And let's go, we're gonna have on the third one the PLC author, and then let's modify the row as well. And here we're gonna have the PLC identifier. And then we're gonna have the comment. So the comment I'm gonna use for both of them. I'm not gonna do a PLC or HMI comment. And the last one, so let's go and say it's gonna be 5. This is not gonna be 6, it's gonna be 7, because this is gonna be actually the path that we're gonna have. And here on the path, actually I would like the path to be from column 1, and I would like a column span of 2. Okay, so what I need here, I kind of need this 4 of them, and just go and modify the PLC with HMI. So this. Okay, and then actually move this on the next column. Okay. Perfect. And the comment, actually I would like to have a grid column span of 2 here, like that is gonna look much nicer. So what else I would like to input here? So here I would like to input the checkbox in which we should be able to overwrite if we have a project. So if we want to save a project, actually create a project, TIA, or actually Openness is actually gonna bring us an error because it's not gonna let us create a project that already exists. So we can just go and say that we should delete it. And actually I would like to put that there, and I will create a checkbox, and I'm gonna say the name is CB delete, and let's just go and say grid row should be on 6, and grid column should be on 3, and let's go and do a column span of 2, and let's put the content. I would like it to say that delete project if available. Okay, then I would like only the vertical alignment to be on the center. Okay, and like that we have our checkbox. One more thing that I would like to introduce here is a list box here. And in this way, we're gonna be able to input some information. So we generated something or we need something, and actually it's gonna be very helpful for the user when and even for us when we're gonna start using the application. So let's say message, and let's play a little bit here with the font size. Let's say it should be 11, it should be on grid 8, and our grid column should be 1. Here we can actually put our row span, that it should be 2, and our column span, that it should be 4. Actually, yeah, 4. And actually, the row span I would like it to be 3. Actually. Okay, and let's just go and say the margin should be 2, like we did with the other ones. And let's put the scroll viewer horizontal, and let's say it's gonna be an auto, and the horizontal alignment should be stretch, and then the vertical alignment, let's say we would like it stretch as well. Okay, perfect. Right now we kind of have our Windows Forms, and let's go and start writing the code, writing actually the script to import our CSV data. Let's go and create here a new folder, and the folder I would like to have it to be named as constructor. Okay, and then I will go and I'm gonna create a class, and this class I'm just gonna call it object identifier. So with our object identifier class, we can actually go and start creating the script to actually import our object file that we have here. So let's go and say I'm gonna have a public static dictionary, and the dictionary structure is going to be string and string, because I'm going to have two strings. So, and I'm going to call it identifier. And then what I would like to have here as well, and would actually want to call it here using list box, and I'm gonna say it's a system Windows controls, and actually it's gonna be a list box like this. So I would like to have a private static list box, and let's say it's gonna be an LP message. Okay, so let's go and create our static function, and it's gonna be read the settings. So, and here I would like to just input the list box, and let's say list box message. Here I'm just gonna take the variable that we created, and I'm gonna write this one here, because like that we are just gonna move it to the to our main window. Okay, so let's go and create an instance for our identifier that we created here. So we're gonna have the identifier, and it's gonna be a new dictionary and string. Perfect. So let's go and actually what I would like to do here, I would like to get the location of our application. So let's go and say it's gonna be a string, and it's gonna be app base directory. Let's call it like this, and let's go and say path, and it's gonna be get directory name. So as you can see here, this we will have to call a function for this. The easiest way to do it is control dot. And like this, we're gonna open our help function, and we can call our system IO directly. So let's go and close it here and say system. Actually, I'm not gonna need it here, so it's just gonna be the process, and like before, we're gonna have to go and call our diagnostics, or we can actually go and do it manually. It's gonna be system diagnostics. So we're gonna have the process, get current process, and it's gonna be the main module and the file name. So let's go and say we're gonna create another string, which is gonna be the file name. And here we're gonna take our first string that we created and merge it with the name of our file. So it's gonna be object CSV, like this. And then let's go and say if the file exists, then actually I would like to so if the file doesn't exist, then I would like to go and say this with our list box message, and let's just go and say items, and it's gonna be insert, and here what I would like to have the date, and I would like to have the actual date to string is gonna be, and it's gonna be combined with a string that I'm gonna create here. So could not locate file. So, and here we're just gonna say the file name, and we will have to break everything. So with return, we're gonna stop the whole script here. So let's go right now and actually call our CSV data. So I would like to throw an event handler. So let's go and say try, and let's put a catch, and it's gonna be an exception, which is E. And on the catch, let's go and take this this line of code and say that actually here we would just like a little bit of space and the message of the exception. Okay, so on the here on the try, let's go and create a variable, and let's go and say new stream reader. Actually here we're gonna read the file name, and let's go and say while reader. So end of stream. So it's very simple. Until we're not gonna reach the end of the stream, we're actually not gonna stop. So like that, we're gonna iterate through all the text file. So when we're gonna do this, we will have to actually put the information that we're gonna get somewhere, and here comes our identifier that we created earlier. So let's go and say reader, and let's say read line, and here what I would like to do is gonna be the values, and I'm gonna take the line and split it. I'm just gonna split it where we have the quotes. So, and then let's add everything to our identifier. So we're gonna have value 0. So it's gonna be the first value, and then values like this, and then we're gonna have the second one, and let's put the second array here. Perfect. What I would like to have here is a message that actually we finished reading the file. So at the end, we're just gonna say that file was read. So file object CSV was read. Very simple. Okay. So right now, if we're gonna go here on the main window, we can go and actually let's go and let's do it like this. Let's say object identifier. And using our control dot, we're just gonna call the folder here. So with the object identifier here, we're gonna need to actually just go. So this is gonna be like, it's not gonna be private, because actually we kind of need it to read the settings. And here we're gonna have the message box, and actually the script we can actually put it here on the reload CSV as well. So let's go and test our windows to see how's it looking. So right now we are building the project, and it's just taking a little bit of time. Okay, perfect. So it's saying could not locate the file, because actually we kind of don't have nothing there. Because if we're gonna go where we created our project and we are going to our debug, here actually we kind of don't have nothing. So I would like to go to our C#, just copy the files, and just go and paste them in the folder where our actually application is. So right now, if we're gonna go back and reload this CSV file, let's go and close this as well. Let's go and start this again. Actually, I should have rebuilt it, but yeah, next time. Okay. So is object CSV, and let's see what we have here. And actually this is just gonna be very useful. And that's so yeah, that's not gonna work, because we're gonna have objects, not object. Yeah, so this is a typo. Okay, let's go and do this properly. Build solution, and then we're gonna launch our application again. And perfect, we read the file. Okay, so this is the first part of the tutorial. Thanks for watching. Join me on the next one, where we're gonna go and take a look on what references files we will have to import, and what settings we will have to do in order for us to use our Openness API. Okay, thank you for watching, and see you on the next one.